What's going on, guys? I kind of want to show you guys a little strategy that I like to use sometimes, how you can scalp options or equities. What we're looking at here is AMD. So with AMD, we kind of had some sideways choppiness action, the first hour to 45 minutes of the day. We did get an initial flush all the way down here to the linear regression, and then we had a nice little rally. Okay, we have started to pull back. Guys in my Discord, you guys understand my trading strategy. So there was a couple of trades that we could have taken on AMD today, both long and short. But I want to give you another little strategy here that you guys can use. So this is going to be using the 5-minute time frame, and it's going to be using the 20 SM or the 200 SMA. Okay, the 200 SMA is going to be this yellow line here. So after we're kind of all the market open craziness has kind of digested, the market's kind of went up, it's kind of went down, it hasn't really picked a direction yet. We have not really broke high of day, we did not break low of day, so we're kind of just sitting in the middle of a range. Sometimes you're kind of watching stocks and you're kind of like, I don't really see anything. What potentially what could I take here? So we're going to be using the 200 SMA. If we look at the 200 SMA here, this has acted as a level of support. When we quickly lost this, we came down to this next demand zone here. Stocks are going to trade from demand to demand and supply to supply to supply to supply. Okay, so here's a strategy. If we lose the 200 SMA, okay, we already know that potentially we bottomed, right? Day's low was at 86.64. This is the absolute low. I'm taking the wick here. So if we do lose the 200 SMA, this is the last area of demand. What is this telling us? This is the last area of support until when, guys? Until the next area of demand. The next area of demand where buyers really stepped in was off this bottom wick when they aggressively bought this stock back up. So if we do lose the 200 SMA, potentially we could come back down here and test this 86.64. Now, if we lose 87.40, which is a 200 SMA, I would look to get into this and short this into 86.64. How do we play it? There's two ways to play it. There's people who like to put a little bit more risk on the table and they want an earlier entry. So what is that for you? You're going to take the break of the 200 SMA. Boom, on a 5-minute candle, we're going to take the break. As we break, I would expect a bounce, okay? The stock is going to bounce unless it's just a clean break, but it's more than likely going to bounce. 7 out of 10 times it's going to bounce. It's going to come back into this range of the 200. It's going to chop around. Maybe it might come up to 87.50, chop around, and then it'll look like this, guys. So boom, you'll break, you'll get in, it will bounce. It'll come back into this range. It's going to try to test these areas. And then if it gets rejected, it's going to flush. Now, the second way is taking the confirmation. You're going to wait for the 5-minute candle to close under the 200 SMA. You're going to let it bounce or do whatever it needs to do. And then when the next 5-minute candle opens up and it takes out that low is when you're going to get in. So you could get in here, and when you get in on the break of that 5-minute candle's previous low, what you're going to do is use the previous candle, which would be the break candle, the high as your stop. If it closes back over that, you just stop out and you accept the fact that the market got the best of you. So breaks, closes, okay, there's your line in the sand, and when the next 5-minute candle clears that is when you get in short. Now your TP range, your take profit, or your price target that you would be targeting for is going to be somewhere in this vicinity. Okay, somewhere in this vicinity of where we got bought up before. Okay, and if you kind of look at 87.40 down to a price of 86.64, it's about a dollar move. It's about 80-cent move. So make sure, treat this as a scalp, size aggressively, size to be able to handle it. You don't over leverage yourself, but just understand that if we do get this break, then potentially you can have a little scalp trade on your hands there. And if we lose 86.64, well, then here's the next area of demand, $86. Okay, so that's how you play these breaks. Now, if it never comes down here and it never breaks and it continues to go back up, then you just leave it alone. There's no trade, no harm, no foul. Realistically, I wouldn't be looking to get into this play. There's a sneaky area here over 88.17. Again, it's only going to give you 50 cents worth of risk. There's your next supply zone. The bigger trade is, let's hope that they pump the market and we get over the high of day. That's a stupid line. We get over the high of day here, and as soon as we break that, same concept. Let it break, let it close, let it take it out, and then that's when you get long. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little strategy. Try it out sometimes. Again, market's bouncing here. That's fine. I could see it getting injected at the 50 and the 200, still coming back down. Just kind of keep that in mind. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys are interested in more of my trading strategies and how I actually day trade these stocks and options, make sure to become a lifetime member at evolutiontraders.com. All of that information is down in the description box below. Also, make sure to, when you do subscribe, hit the bell notification. I release technical analysis videos in real time as I'm seeing things happen. A great way, kind of education for you guys to kind of see exactly what I'm seeing, and you guys can analyze the charts and take plays at your own risk. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a day trader, just a full-time options trader. So take what I say with a grain of salt, but learn, definitely learn. I've been doing this for 5.5, almost 6 years full time, trading for over 7. Learned from a great mentor, family friend of mine who has been in this market, for 25 plus years. So, when you have that kind of level of experience and you're able to kind of eat off of that level of experience, things start to grow on you. So, especially if you're a newer trader, make sure, you guys find someone who you guys can kind of lean on, or a group or a community where you guys can kind of bounce your ideas off of. I'll see you guys all next time.